This past Sunday, one of our prayer partners came to me and said, "Can you let me back in the building in just a few minutes? I got to run home and I'll be right back." And he came back with a bag in his hand, and inside that bag was a bunch of toilet paper. And he gave me the directive to give that to one of our praise team members because he overheard them talking to somebody else about not being able to find toilet paper in the store. I'm sure you've been in the same boat. You've traveled store after store looking for toilet paper, bread, or whatever staple item you needed, and there isn't any on the shelves. And the reason there's none on the shelves is because we live right now in an environment where there is a scarcity mindset. And a scarcity mindset causes us to grab a hold of everything and hoard it and keep it for ourselves. And when you live with a scarcity mindset, you make yourself miserable and you make everybody else around you miserable who is looking for those items. There's an anecdote that we have to that, and that is to elevate the needs of others above yourself. The Bible calls that generosity, or you can simply just call it giving. And there's a great story I want to share with you in 2 Corinthians 8. Just the first couple of verses I want to share with you today. It says this: "Now, brothers and sisters, we want you to know about the grace that God has given to the Macedonian churches. In the midst of a very severe trial, their overflowing joy and their extreme poverty welled up in rich generosity." And I love that because those are words that shouldn't go together. You don't hear severe trial and overflowing joy, extreme poverty and rich generosity mixed together. But when you're a follower of Jesus, that's exactly what happens, because this is the way that Jesus described us to live our lives, to live generously. See, life the way Jesus lived his life is better. A couple of weeks ago, before we shut our doors to corporate worship, we offered people an opportunity to watch online, or if they wanted to come up, they certainly could. And there was a lady, as I was getting ready to walk in at the beginning of the service, who came in sweatpants, and she goes, "Oh, I was hoping to just sort of sneak in and drop off my offering. I really wanted to bring this up today." And I was so touched by that she made a special trip up just to bring up an offering. And I realize that there are some people today who are in the process of losing their jobs, or maybe have already lost their jobs, or maybe you have one of the unfortunate tasks of letting people know that they've lost their job. And what I like about the kingdom of God is God says when you don't have any income coming in, you're not required to give. And so do that without any guilt. But I also know that there are some people who can give, and this is a great opportunity for those who have jobs and have the opportunity to rise up with rich generosity and to give and support those who can't give. A great way to do that is just on our website, stjohnmansfield.org, and you can click on Give. And now you can even text to give. So if you want to grab a hold of your phone and text the word GIVE to 817-677-6865. Again, 817-677-6865. I love stories of incredible generosity, and I was talking to a friend of mine who's a pastor at a smaller church, and they got a check in the mail from two of their members, and they said, "Hey, we know the church is going to be struggling financially, and we didn't want anybody at the church to have to worry about their jobs. We want you to be able to take care of the people in the church and the people in the community." And so they wrote a check that covered payroll for a couple of months. I love people like that, and I hope that we can be people like that. And if you're one of those, man, would you be willing to step up and help people who are in need? And have a wonderful, wonderful day today. God be with you, and hold on to Jesus and hold on to one another. We'll get through this together.